want to get into the warning signs because so often I see a lot of women in relationships that are toxic, abusive. Women are often submissive, passive, blinded, and love this other person more than themselves. And, it's unfortunate. Sometimes when you are vulnerable, when you are desperate, when you are so focused on looking for the ideal mate, sometimes when you meet the person and you guys develop a relationship, and instead of going in it with, eyes that are open and that can basically see the whole picture for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you are just into like the fantasy, oh, okay, I met this man, he is fine. I mean, and this dude could even be ugly, but he probably got like, the gift of gab. He could kind of like finesse you out of your panties. Or maybe this man got all this money. You feel what I'm saying? It's just a lot of different things that drawn women to men, or maybe this person was someone you met in high school and y'all have been together for so many years. I've worked with women who've been with men who for like 10 years. You feel what I'm saying? Like 10 plus years. And all of a sudden they change. They physically change, meaning they're not the same person no more. They became very verbally and emotionally abusive, would cause this woman to have some type of self-doubt, question oneself, confidence, low self-esteem, start to believe what this person is saying that is absolutely false. So, if you are in a relationship or if you are dating, these are some things to look for. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. And this is, when you just meeting somebody, the first thing is he does not want you to be with friends or family. He wants all your time. Okay? And I mean absolutely all your time. Like, when you first meet a man, you understand what I'm saying? You meet him, y'all both like each other. So, you talk on the phone a little bit longer, probably text. I see a lot of, you know, women who are, who's developing a relationship with somebody, but, they have other things going on. So they may, like text and stuff and talk on the phone, stay up, late at night, talking on the phone and those things. But it's healthy boundaries. Like if you meet somebody, like let's say before you meet somebody, you have a lot of things going on. You're working full time, you're going to school full time, hell, you got a part-time job, or you're trying to create a business on the side, or whatever it is that you're trying to not trying to do, that you're actively doing in your life, and you meet someone, and this person, you talk to them often or whatever, but if you have like assignments that you have to do for school, and this person don't understand, okay, that you have to invest at least 10 hours to studying a week outside of your class hours, and even completing assignments. That shit is really like, It's like having a full-time job. You feel what I'm saying? So you have all these things to do, but if that person doesn't understand that and wants you to talk to them on the phone all night long, and don't want you to read, like, oh, coming to like they don't, like, let's say for instance, you have to go to the library or whatever. You like, oh, okay, I know we were spending, like, all our time together, but I'm gonna go to, the library because I have to study. Of course, this dude like, oh no, who you going to see? You going to see some dude? Because I don't understand why is it that you gotta study when you could just, you know, study right quick before the class, like you smart, like, or saying, oh well, you don't care about me, you don't want to spend time with me, you want to go to the library, you want to do all this stuff or whatever. Let's say he lets you go to the library, like he like, oh okay, go ahead, go to the library or whatever. You go to the library, you in the floor studying, then all of a sudden this dude pops up, like he popping up at the library and shit, like, what you think I'm here doing something with somebody? You know what I'm saying? That's just like an example of, someone, like, you could see the patterns of them starting to be like controlling and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Or let's say, for instance, is a lot of women out there that have healthy relationships with men and they balance it with their homegirls and with their family. Because let's be honest, like, especially like if you in your 30s, you in your 40s, you know what I'm saying? Even some women, young adults who are in their 20s, have a elderly mother, a elderly father, or elderly parents, or maybe you've been raised by your grandparents. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you have those moments that you spend with your parents and your relatives that's about to age out, and that's a fact. Like, cause that's the life cycle. And this person doesn't want you to spend time with your parents and people who love you, you know what I'm saying, that has a problem with you going to spend, one-on-one time with your moms. You feel what I'm saying? Or do like little stuff. Like they got an issue with it. Um, and there's another thing, like, it's one thing to be like, oh, okay, um, don't don't go see your moms, you know what I'm saying, stay with me. If the guy, or was like healthy, if he is like, okay, well, how about, we all go to the park together, or I understand that, um every week you spend time with your moms, but is it likely I could come, or, you know, once in a while, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, that person understands, like, this is important for you. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, can I join in? And if you don't want your mate to join in or whatever, you could be like, oh, okay, well, just let me get time for my friend or my family member, and they understanding of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel like, when you get into a relationship, this person shouldn't just, reshape everything that you know about, you know, like reshape everything, like how everything flowed before. Like, I feel like y'all both kind of like add to each other. And I think it's good to, like, take your time, in the beginning when getting to know each other rather than rushing. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you see someone, they met somebody on Thursday and they moving in on next week Friday. You know what I'm saying? Then, I mean, you jump in, you know what I'm saying? You jump in head first. Or maybe you jump in with your feet first. You're not even thinking. You know what I'm saying? You just want to get your feet wet and just not really understand, like, just take your time, feel this person out, see if this person, you know is not jealous, because I think that ties into, like, with the person always wanting you to spend time with them, and, you know not allowing you to see other people, that kind of is a sign that they jealous, controlling. They want you to themselves. And usually when they isolate you from other people, they trying to put shit in your head. You feel what I'm saying? Like, say little stuff. Because you don't have to tell somebody, oh, yeah, you're ugly. You could just say little gestures, suggestions, or little stuff that, you know what I'm saying, people may not catch on and shit. You feel what I'm saying? But over time, you know, in the back of your mind, you pick up on shit. You know what I'm saying? That kind of like breaks you down and shit like that. And then it's like when you and there's a lot of men on YouTube that kind of teach men to be like this to women. It's like some type of reverse psychology to kind of like fuck with motherfuckers' head. You feel what I'm saying? It's like they got this thing like, oh yeah, well I'm going fishing. You know what I'm saying? They got like a little wordplay, what they gonna say, how they gonna do. They don't intend to motherfucking be with you forever. Just trying to get into your head to get into your pants. But, you know, some women get hooked. You know, sometimes it turns into something even bigger, meaning like, okay, now this you end up pregnant. That changes the whole dynamic of everything. You feel what I'm saying? But always going back to that number one thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he wants all your goddamn time. All your time. Shit, you can't even focus at work. You got projects due. You know, when you think about, like, let's say you in a law profession or something like that that requires, you know how much time you gotta put in just trying to put together a case. And then if someone that's not understanding or matter of fact don't have shit going on for themselves, because it's like you gotta always wonder about a man who don't have other things going on. Like if you have a man that's working full time, but not to say this is not what I'm freaking saying, because there are very abusive men out there who work full time jobs, who even run businesses, millionaire, who are abusive. So this is not even talking about the broke, you know what I'm saying, hood dudes or whatever. Just some, you know what I'm saying, some around the way type of person. Okay, what they say, around the way Joe type of dude. How they say, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like any man, you know what I'm saying, who is like, you know, healthy, like who's not really on some, I'm not talking about like, yo, what he put in his body, but I mean like knowing how to maintain healthy relationships, balance it, you know, you communicate. Of course you do want to communicate with your partner, and you also want to get to know someone. And how you get to know someone is to talk to them, spend time. But I just feel like if that person have other things going on in their life that they're passionate about, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like you may not have a man who is in the business that they want to be in. They might be in school and working a job, or maybe they have a business that they're trying to get off the ground, you know what I'm saying? And they working full time, you know what I'm saying? Then they also have their homeboys, or they, you know what I'm saying? Because let's keep it real. Men and women, you know, women have male friends outside of a relationship, and men have female friends outside of relationships. Because you got to think about this, before you even got into someone's life, there were already people there. Ain't like you just popped up, poof, you know what I'm saying? They ain't got nobody that they went to high school with. You feel what I'm saying? So these things, you know, are real. And I think that, you know, as adults, as, you know, people who are logically thinking, you got to understand, like, just because you come into someone else's life doesn't mean that they friends or family or other people, they disappear and they don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's like balance. Yes, there are some people out there that's going to just whistle away. There's only people out there that you only supposed to be friends with that when you was in high school, or only supposed to be friends with, you know what I'm saying, when you was in your young adulthood. You feel what I'm saying? So those are some things too. You feel? But let's summarize one, because I could go on for days about that, but yeah, that's a sign about that. And you could look at that from a perspective of even being in a relationship and kind of noticing, like, oh, okay, yeah, this person has really been, let me when I say this person, is kind of detaching the feeling, detaching your emotion. Like, yeah, this person has been very dominating, like not even wanting me to hang out with nobody, or you know what I'm saying, we don't do nothing. I always gotta be sitting in the house, not doing nothing while he's at work, or always gotta be checking in or something. Nah, that's too much. That's not even healthy. Okay? I know you ain't wait your whole life to be an adult for another grown motherfucker to tell you what to do. Like, come on. And to tell you something to do, that's just not, that shit ain't healthy. Like, that's not healthy. And I'm just saying that. Okay? And then we have number two. So number two is like very kind of like a little bit like, you know what I'm saying, like meeting somebody and actually being in a relationship and kind of like seeing these signs unfold in a way. And it's like, all right, if this person wants to control your money, and yes, because I understand that, like what my page is, I want this to come across to the women, and I know that there are men out there who also may be in a domestic violence relationship, or, can, pick up like little stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Like, pick up the warning signs. But if this person, is taking your money and controlling it, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and I was trying to make a point that some people out there that don't understand that this type of stuff happens. You know what I'm saying? It's like, someone who haven't been in a DV relationship, or, wouldn't understand that, because they were like, oh, well, what is mine? It's mine. Ain't nobody going, this ain't for y'all. So we're not going to do that with the comments. We ain't. I had to, because I don't think people going to grasp that, but that's a warning sign. He controls your money. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even just talking about no pimps and hoes type of shit. Because when you say something like that, oh, he controls your money. Because it could be a chick that, controls your money. Like, as soon as you get the whole check, that whole shit is just like, bloop. But traditionally, you know what I'm saying, like, society has been like, the man bring home the check, and the woman, you know what I'm saying, prioritize it, you know what I'm saying, by what bills need to be paid, or what she needs to do, take care of the house, or, you know what I'm saying. I'm talking about someone just taking your money and ain't doing just taking your money and doing anything that they want to do with it that's going to benefit them. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So you could have a motherfucker that's living in your house that done you working, and this person is sitting on the couch, ain't doing shit but eating your motherfucking food, sitting on the couch, ain't doing a damn thing but getting drunk and cursing your ass out. Okay? And maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I'm gonna, like, kind of bleep out some things because I think YouTube is kind of like big on language. But right here, I like to be straightforward and honest. And sometimes when I come across that way, I can get a little bit passionate about it, like where I'm like speaking from a place of experience, from seeing women that I've known experience this. Also during different, workshops, different groups, different various places of employment that I've had, that every encounter or every story is kind of like similar, where it's like, okay, this dude ain't doing shit, you know what I'm saying? But because I've been with him for so long, you know what I'm saying? This is, because in the beginning it was like this. Yeah, but he lost his job and he lost his hope, and he just sitting on the couch, just drinking, not even being motivated to find other employment. You know what I'm saying? Just becoming like a big ball of depression and not really giving a damn about life, and essentially not the man that you once knew. You know what I'm saying? Then that's when you gotta reevaluate some stuff, and you gotta be like, and then, because he took care of me, or we, work together to build this, and now he's not doing so well, somehow I gotta take this abuse for what, 4 years? Like, how long does it take a person to get their stuff together? Does it take 4 years, 10 years, or it could take a matter of months, with the right mindset, or, just being positive or doing different things, you know what I'm saying? But instead, you fell into the idea of, you fell into the idea that I owe this person somehow, because when we first met, it wasn't like that. But you don't owe nobody nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, they always say this about, relationships when it's pertaining to women. And I just want to use this analogy, like this idea that how you got them is how you keep them, right? And they always stress that, like, oh yeah, you got him by sex, you gonna have to keep him by sex, because if not, then he gonna be walking everywhere and getting it from everybody, or whatever the case may be. But I just feel like the same thing can apply for a woman, anybody, because it's like, if you go in a relationship and you guys, have an agreement of how you guys want your healthy relationship to be, and within that healthy relationship, both of you guys are working, thriving, working on yourselves, what I'm saying, building something, having healthy communication. Of course, with every relationship, there comes, you have conflict. In life, you have conflict. You know what I'm saying? Some days you don't get along, but that don't mean that you supposed to get your ass kicked or beaten. You feel what I'm saying? But, you talk, you communicate. There's things out there like therapy, you know, what is it called? Support groups. Sometimes married couples need to be mentored by other married couples, or go to therapy, or, figure out a structure when it's not working and they want to work on it. But we're going to talk about the things that are, working out, just to get to my point. Because if I don't get to my point real fast, I'm going to lose the point. Let me stop. But like I was saying, like in the beginning, that's what y'all agreed on, or however you wanted your relationship to be on. So if one person have like a hardship, like lose a job or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But just because you lose a job don't mean you that gives you, even losing a job or getting sick. You know what I'm saying? Because I hear a lot of people talk about how, oh, they mate, ended up getting real sick, having an illness, and they changed, became abusive. You know what I'm saying? Even after they was healed, or they miraculously, gained the strength back or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, once you get out of that agreement of how the relationship, your healthy relationship should be, then that other person, I mean, at any point, even if you're in a healthy relationship and you just decide that you don't want to be with that person, walk the hell away. Because at the end of the day, it's a motherfucking choice. I'm going to be saying that a lot on this channel. So say it with me. Say it with me. Choice. Choice. So we're going to say it again. Choice. Choice. Oh, I wish I was on camera now, 'cause the way I'm saying this right now. But yeah, leave. But unfortunately, you have some women, and you might be listening to this, that decides to stay. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like, oh yeah, I've been with this person for 5 years. You feel what I'm saying? 10 years. Some people, 2 months. Like, oh, I've been with this person for 2 months, but I don't want to be lonely. This is it for me, girl. I ain't trying to get comfortable with nobody else. We gonna get this together. You know what I'm saying? But if, you're giving this person money, you know what I'm saying? They start taking the money. They don't want to be motivated. Then they start taking your money and just carelessly spending it, stealing your money, taking your money. You know what I'm saying? And you feeling like, oh, they just taking your money, and now they gotta disperse your money that you work for. You know what I'm saying? You see that kind of like that dynamic or whatever, but that happens. And then it's like, okay, well, I'm working, but he has all my credit cards and my motherfucking debit card, and I gotta go to him for money. No, that is a warning sign of domestic abuse. You are being abused, financially abused. You know what I'm saying? Financially. We could go really deep into that. I'm gonna explore these things more deeply. I'm gonna go into it deeply, but I gotta keep this a little bit more brief. So yeah, with that financial aspect, but some people don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand it, or they don't want to understand it, or even you may at this point never even knew. Like, you could be like, damn, damn, he do take my money, or he do tell me how to spend my money, or you know what I'm saying, I don't have access to my money because he afraid that I'm going to leave with this guy on my job. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta work and do what he says so I could get my funds. And if I don't, he gonna beat me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, that's a warning sign. If you in that situation, you have to do what you gotta get out of it. And I'm gonna go into like I'm gonna do like a safety planning. I'm gonna do safety planning. People don't see that as something. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't see it as like very serious, but it is serious. It's like with domestic violence, it's all about control and power, like a struggle thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you gotta see that it's one person that has power over the other person, or not allowing the other person to really be themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that was number 2. So then we have number 3. Okay. What is this? Okay, so we back on. So I don't know. This is damn it. The audio just stopped. So let me get back to it. Okay, so number 3, he tries to turn people against you, talk bad about you, talk, make people think that you're the abuser, that you have issues. You know what I'm saying? Try to make you look like the enemy, make you look like the bad person. You know what I'm saying? Or this person talks bad about you behind your back, belittles you in front of other people. Talks negatively about the way you look in front of other people. And this one is very, very, is very kind of like damaging in a way. And it is to make you out to be isolated. That's the overall goal. And it kind of like goes back to number 1, like this person wanting to have you all of your time. So, or trying to make you feel like you the only person, like, no, they're the only person that you can turn to. So that's something when you thinking about him turning everyone against you. You know, I had one particular young lady that I was working with, and she said I could share this. She said that she didn't understand why is it that she would go around, her friends and family, and they would kind of like look at her funny or say certain things or bring up stuff that only her and her husband talked about. You know what I'm saying? Or they would kind of like anything that she would say in reference to their relationship, or her goals and stuff like that, and they're like counter it, like, oh, I don't even know why you doing that, I don't know, I don't even know why you trying to pursue that cosmetology dream when you don't have the money to do it, and he's already giving you money to do it, and you should just stay home and try to build a family with him, because you're just wasting your money. You're not gonna be anything. Like, how your family gonna tell you that you ain't gonna be nothing? You know what I'm saying? Or saying stuff to you that only you and your husband talked about, like, or make you feel bad, like, oh, okay, you don't do this, he does this better than you. I heard you don't even cook in your house, he does all the cooking. Or yeah, he left for a few days, but you didn't have to argue with him. You didn't have to make him feel like X, Y, and Z. Just trying to create friction, or bringing people in on the issues that you guys are having, but mainly the issues that you guys are having is because he's the source of it, but he wants to make everyone else thinks that no, you the problem, trying to see you as the person that's breaking down the relationship, making you feel crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like doing some psychological, trying to break your esteem down. That's something to look out for, you know. And that could kind of ties into this next one that I was talking about, which is, okay, obviously I done did something. Okay, obviously this thing is ooh, if you guys was over here, you'd be like, what is going on? We having technical issues with a pre-recorded damn thing. That's what we gonna call it, pre-recorded. Because I was saying that, okay, I keep, yeah. Let me just take this off. I'm gonna put this up here so that it could be not in a way messing up anything. So number 3 kind of like ties into number 4, verbally abusive. You know what I'm saying? You could be verbally abusive, you know, and try to bring down, you know, you bringing down your wife, your partner. Because, you know, on here I'm talking in terms of like, you know, the woman being the victim and the man being the abuser. Because, you know, historically and, you know, statistically, those is up. It's like, you know, that's how it has been historically, but we know that that's a myth, that it don't have to be like that. The woman could be just as abusive as a man could be, and then you have same sex, you know, relationships where it's 2 females. One just is trying to get, like, you know, have all the power until, you know, the other person, you know, you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna never be shit. You know what I'm saying? Make you calling you names. You know what I'm saying? Like belittling you, criticizing you, threatening, ridiculing, shaming, intimidating. You walking in your house, you feel what I'm saying? You feeling like, yo, anything I do, oh, if you eat, it's a problem. Oh, don't eat that, you won't get too fat. You already motherfucking fat. You know what I'm saying? You know, like just making you feel horrible. Like you say something. Oh, why did you say that? Don't be talking to this person. You ain't have no fucking right saying blah 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 blah. Just messy. Messy and abusive. And I'm drinking some water because my mouth is dry. Just messy and mother freaking abusive. I already cursed. I don't even know why I say it. I just tried to cover up the curse. Lord. Okay. You should not have to walk on eggshells to avoid disappointing the person that you are involved with. Okay? Like, I can't even say this because this person is going black. we have plenty of, like, every time, like, outside, like, if you in a relationship and you trying to better yourself, like, you cannot better yourself in a verbally abusive relationship. Because what is bettering yourself? Bettering yourself is building up your confidence, building up your self-esteem, building you up to do something that you haven't done before, like tackling your goals, tackling your flaws, tackling, everything about yourself, and, accepting yourself, and, becoming better requires you being mentally, becoming a mental force, becoming unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you're trying to build that up and someone is building you down, you have to really eliminate that person from your life. Because it starts out like they say little shit. Like, oh, little X, Y, and Z. Like, yeah, why did you wear that dress? Yellow don't look right on dark-skinned girls. So why did you put that on? Your hair is too straight and too long for you to be wearing it down. Put that joint in a bun. Women don't dress like that. You look like a slut. Like, if someone's talking to you like that, nah, they not for you. They not. Absolutely not. And that's one sign to look at. Like, even if they start to critique you and how you look, even if you are in a relationship with them already, or if you just starting to date this person, that's something to look at. Like, every time I put on makeup, he always got something to say about he don't like women with makeup, or I don't think you should wear that, you beautiful without it. But at the end of the day, if an individual who have the right to govern themselves say, oh yeah, I ain't wearing, or I'm wearing makeup, because it could be vice versa, because there could be some men out there like, oh, put this on or do this, like trying to make you something that you're not. But if you meet somebody, they should accept you for who you are and what you bring to their life or add to their life. And that's just a figgity fact. Okay, that's a fact. They should respect that. And once they no longer respect that and value you, you have to let them go. And it should be easy to do that. Because we can make hard easy, and we can make easy hard. It's just a matter of a snap of a finger. And some hard work. And a continuous working on yourself. Because every day, you know what I'm saying, yo? Like in my Beautiful Star podcast, I say this because every Monday we do motivational. Get you popping for the week. You understand what I'm saying? And I say, you focus on the solution and not the problem. That's how we solve things over here. We solve them. Check that motivational out. You know what I'm saying? Get motivated to better yourself. Get motivated to leave. Let's make it happen for 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay? Let's make every day feel beautiful. Happiness. And we're going to move on to the number 5. And this is like the number 1 sign. Okay, this is if we playing hot and cold, and you know what I'm saying, your friend done hid the potato or hid your $100 bill, or had the doll baby, or had the something from Dollar Tree, or had the keys or whatever like that, and you gotta find it. And like, cause I'm up there. I'm 36 years old. I love being 36 years old. I love that I'm 36 years old. I love that I have wisdom. I love that I have knowledge. So I'm not ashamed to say that I'm 36 years old. Okay? Um, so, when I was young, we used to play that. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you wasn't playing, you just hit something, you gotta find it. And what we did, when you wasn't near the item, the person who's looking for it, that wasn't near the item, or whatever the hell is lost, would be like, yo, you're cold. You're definitely cold. It's a cold situation. When you close to the item, they be like, yo, you hot, 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 you on fire, you got it. You know what I'm saying? You warm, you a little bit close to it, you in between the middle stage, you warm. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna look at all this stuff. Like, it's a cold, warm. You know what I'm saying? It goes cold like a warning sign, like a little cold, a little warm. But this last one, this is hot, 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 hot. Yeah, you full blown. Everything. Everything that I said about DV in terms of like the warning signs to check out, yeah, those are one. But this right here is a big sign. He is beating your ass. She is beating your ass. They, they physically beating you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You ever saw that movie Sparkle? You know what I'm saying? When the older sister, she kind of like got like, she was a fine woman, very fine. During that time, they used to wear their little hair, their little makeup. She was like, she was bad. Body was snatched, looking nice and everything. And she did have a guy that liked her, who treated her with respect. You know what I'm saying? And I think her name was Sister, or maybe the group was Sister, but her younger sister used to call her Sister. Or this is how I imagine it in my mind. I haven't seen it in a while. And when I hang up like I'm on the phone, because I feel like I'm talking to my girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? My homies. I feel like I'm talking to people that, you know, I can identify with the struggle, like of, what I'm saying, being in the DV or whatever like that. That's why I feel so comfortable to say that, But I digress a little bit. But she had someone who cared for her, who really genuinely wanted to see her succeed in life, and who was trying to push her to, like, pursue the music. You know what I'm saying? That want nothing but the positivity for her. You know what I'm saying? Didn't want to see her effed up. Didn't want to see her on drugs. Didn't want to see nothing negative. Wanted her to get out of her situation. You know what I'm saying? But of course, some women want that fast life. They want that dude out there getting that fast money. And with that fast life and that fast money, other things can come to it. I'm not saying that this is the only type of man that beats. Because nope. I'm not saying that at all. This is just an example for this example I'm drawing from Sparkle. But I have to put that out there. So I ain't gonna have me all over the internet chopping and screwing up what the hell I said. Absolutely not. But she wanted that guy who was getting it. She started sniffing coke, you know what I'm saying? And she started doing all that stuff because he was abusing her. He was physically fucking her up. It was one episode, like, this is the damn series, scene in a movie where, they talking in the bed, and he just straight started punching her in the face for no reason. Not to say you need to have a reason to beat somebody. Absolutely not. That's not the case. but so blatantly, like, beating her. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, that's when you know. That's when you know you gotta go. You know you gotta go. And all these other warning signs, like taking heed to it and looking at the situation and not being so wrapped up in this fantasy bull ish. Cause yes, you know what I'm saying, God gonna send you a man. But it's some other entities and some other shit out there gonna send you it too. Okay? They gonna send you it too. You just gotta discern who's the right one for you and what it is that you wanna accomplish, and keep your eyes open. You know what I'm saying? Not being naive. Not being naive at all. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to leave it at that, because I definitely gotta do some things. But then again, I don't want to just leave it like that, because, you know, physically abuse, like beating you. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, and I have to say this one thing in terms of like, oh yeah, a lot of women may like, oh well, he hit me this one time. He was under stress. You know, he was having issues at work, and they laying off people. So he just a little bit having a little bit of anxiety, and then just, you know, he's kind of like flustered about that shit. So yeah, I'm gonna let that slide. He never did that before, but you know what? Once they start hitting you, baby girl, they ain't gonna stop. They're not gonna stop. Not gonna stop. Not gonna stop. And I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say it. If a person wants to go to batterers, because they have batterers workshop, battered, what is it called? Um, what is it called? It's like counseling, probably like anger management or something that, you know, batterers go to kind of help them to work on their issues and to accept the fact that they do abuse women or abuse their partner or whatever that they've been with, you know, their wife, girlfriend, or whatever. They do have services and different like that. But let that motherfucker be a change for somebody else. That's how I'm gonna leave it. I will be making videos weekly on this channel. If I'm not making videos weekly on this channel, please definitely check out the Beautiful Start podcast. Definitely over there on a weekly basis. But I'm trying to be over here weekly and, you know, put stuff out there. Definitely, I want to say, you know, you could definitely leave comments on under this YouTube video. But if you want to ask me a particular question, or, you know, want to tell your story, definitely email me at beautifulstartforyou@gmail.com. That email will be in the description box. So you could definitely check that out. I might leave the email on the video. I don't know, because I'm still trying to figure out how to do this stuff. Okay? Yeah. So definitely send an email pertaining to what this topic was about the warning signs, your personal situation. Maybe you need, you know, some support, or something like that, whatever, you can email me. Um, yeah, so we're going to leave it at that. Bye. Wherever you are in the world, know that you are the most important person. Bye.